Well, hey guys, good morning. Big A coming to you live from the Station Camp Greenway. What an amazing day. Here we are, the beginning of the fourth quarter 2018. I'm fired up. I'm ready for this thing to rock. I hope you're doing well this morning also. Hey, what about those Tennessee Titans, baby? They had some birds for lunch yesterday, didn't they? Former Super Bowl champions of the world were brought to their knees right here in Nashville, Tennessee yesterday by our very own Tennessee Titans. Let's go, baby. Let's roll. Hey, we had an amazing live event. Ended yesterday at noon. What an incredible experience. We had amazing guys from all over the world. They gathered together. We started Thursday night at the Cascades Restaurant and Opryland Hotel, and we went through at the Gaylord Springs Resort for the next 3 days, and what an incredible experience. Man, I could talk for hours about the keynote speakers, the breakout sessions, the camaraderie, the mastermind groups that met, the internet speed networking. It was outstanding. This past week, man, I would love for you guys to be involved. If you're interested in getting involved in that, go to viewfromthetop.com. You can also get involved in our mastermind group. But what I want to talk to you about is how personal is too personal. One of our keynote speakers was Ken Davis and also Ken Abraham. Those two guys paralleled in their conversation as it related to telling your story. And man, Ken Abraham got up there and he's written some amazing books. He's probably one of the most noted ghost authors on the planet. Written about 94 books, he told us yesterday. But one of the things that he told us was paramount was telling your story. He said the books that had done the best for him were those intimate stories. When you dive deep and get down and to tell exactly what happened from your personal perspective. One was Let's Roll by Lisa Beamer. He said her story was incredible, and it is. I encourage you to get that book, by the way, and read it. But he just talked about how she just bared her soul. She just told about how she felt in raising those children now without her husband, Todd, and she just was very, very transparent. I can't think of the words I'm looking for. Transparent in her situation and her story, and that book sold millions of copies. Well, as he went on telling about how important it was to tell our story, I'm wondering, are you telling your story? A lot of us are afraid to tell our story. They're like, well, nobody's interested in my story. That's not true. You got a story to tell and somebody needs to hear it. Maybe you don't need to write a book, but maybe you need to share with your colleagues or family or friends. Somebody can benefit from your story. And this proved to be true because yesterday, at 11 o'clock, our very own David Kincaid got up to speak about a personal encounter that he had had over the course of his life. And I sat in the back of the room intentionally just to watch the crowd. And when he started sharing these personal experiences, he had the crowd hook, line, and sinker. They were leaning in. They were listening to his story because he wasn't giving just factual data. He was telling a story personally that he had experienced. And for a solid hour, you could hear a pin drop in that room. People were glued to him. Nobody was on their phone. Nobody was looking out the window. They were glued on David Kincaid because he was being real. He was giving actionable steps that you could take so that your life could be different as well. And I want to tell you guys today, don't be afraid to tell your story. You've got things important to say. I know when I get my grandchildren to the house, they're out doing things, but when I start telling stories, they'll sit there for hours and they'll listen. Guys, we've got to take it from the pros like Ken Abraham and Ken Davis when they share with us because these guys are seasoned veterans in telling their story. Ken Davis has been all over the world telling his story, and he sells out 10,000, 20,000 person audiences, and they continue to come back decade after decade. Ken Abraham telling intimate stories in his books. Listen, guys, stories work. And I know oftentimes we don't want to tell it because it's too personal, but you're causing somebody else to miss a blessing or to learn a lesson from not sharing your story. And I want to encourage you today to share your story. Well, guys, what a great day. I hope you're excited about the beginning of this fourth quarter. I think it's going to be amazing. 2018 has been an incredible year. I hope it's been great for you. Let's finish strong with the fourth quarter in 2018. Go out there today and make something amazing happen. And I want to encourage you not to be too closed-minded with sharing your personal story, because there's others out there that can benefit as a result of it. Well, I'm Big A, coming to you live from the Station Camp Greenway. Have a great day. We'll see you.